Alright, I get you.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this very lovely Saturday morning. It's an awesome Saturday in the city of Lagos, and this is how I welcome you to the Saturday morning show here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Emmanuel Onka, and as you know, Saturday mornings are the days where we get to have very, very lovely and interesting conversation here on the radio, as always. We start with Relationship 360 with Barry Solomide, who is right here in the studio with me. And then by 9 o'clock, we have the Discuss with Jimmy Disu coming your way, where we have political conversation, great, awesome current affairs based conversations. And then 10 a.m., you join me again for Travel and Culture here on the radio. By 11 o'clock, we have The Portal brought to you by Nigerian Info FM and the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. It's something you should look forward to. It's something you should pay attention to, because that's how we're going to be signing out on the program this Saturday. But first of all, we start with Relationship 360. It's been an awesome time, seeing Barrister Olumide here on the radio again. Barrister, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you again. How's the family?
Thank God. And you?
We're doing great. Thank God. What are we looking forward to today? It's another Saturday.
Well, thank you, Emmanuel. Let me first thank everyone all around the world listening to this program for tuning in for another session of Relationship 360. I really appreciate and don't take you for granted. So last week we were talking about spouses who buy properties and then put in the name of Mr. and Mrs., or who put title wholly in the name of the other spouse. And then some years later, the marriage goes sour, and upon separation or divorce, ownership of the properties come into question. The victims of such circumstances now reach out to lawyers and say things like, oh, we built it together. He owns the land, but I built the house. Am I going to lose everything? Three situations come into play. Those who bought the land 100% but somehow made it in a joint ownership by title, putting like Mr. Chris and Mrs. Necker Wellington. I just put that name. I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't refer to anybody.
It doesn't refer to anybody else.
Yes.
Then those who own the land and encourage the other spouse to build or start a business on the land. For example, a woman around that Lekki Ajax is 2 years ago. The man owned the land and the wife built a school on the land. The marriage got increasingly abusive, and the man told the wife he's no longer interested. Sorry, I have a little cold. I'll be sniffing. Bear with me. So the man told the wife he's no longer interested. But she built the school from scratch and it was successful. The man claimed the property, told the wife to carry her school off his land. After some time, it is impossible because whoever owns the land is deemed to own the property on the land. The man later started bringing workers to the school, started breaking and demolishing the school. The woman ran around, but there was really nothing she could do. Eventually, he converted the school, because it was a big school, to a joint and relaxation center with rooms for lodging. Eventually, the wife committed suicide. Those who would undertake to start building on land that belongs to the other spouse or family must insist that the title changes from just Mr. or Mrs., depending on who owns the land, to Mr. and Mrs. if you are to build on the land. Let me explain. Mr. owns the land, and then Mrs. is encouraged to build on the land, saying, Ashebi is the land, it is our land. You can build a house or build your business. If you are to start building on the land that belongs to the spouse, then you have to insist that the title to the land will be in Mr. and Mrs., because you are building on it, although he owns or she owns the land. If you do not, then in future, should there be any dispute, it is the person with the title that gets the property. Or if you can prove it in court, the court may or may not grant. But once the land belongs to a spouse, there is absolute, it will tell you to remove take your property away from the land. You can't do that. So the third are those who, in the name of religion or tradition, told to submit their properties or salaries to their husbands. I don't know, I used to watch as some people will come on television, on their programs, and start saying, for wives, when you collect your salary, you should, give your husband. I don't understand where that doctrine came from, because that is not submission. They say you have to submit. Now, in tradition and in religion, they tell you, it is part of submission. If the woman wants to buy land, she must, because the husband is the head, his name must be there. You get your salary, you must give it to him. Then he now takes what and gives you what he thinks you should. Listen, I checked from Genesis to Revelations. It simply is not there. In the scale of victims, women rank the highest. If you're a woman and you buy any property in marriage, please put it in your name for one simple reason. You don't know the future. And the only exception to this is if your spouse already bought a property and has made you a beneficiary. That is, your husband already bought a property and then put Mr. and Mrs. So if the wife now is able to buy a property because the husband has already given her something, made her a beneficiary of his own property, then you can also do that, because there is a precedent. The husband has already done that for you, then you are safe enough to do that for your husband. But when your husband has given you nothing, you are inheriting or benefiting nothing, then please put it in your name. Why? Because we all marry with the best intentions. Nobody marries planning that, oh, my marriage will break up in 4 years or 10 years. We marry hoping for happily ever after. But marriage, at times, in fact, more times now, do not really last to the end. So you protect yourself and you protect your offspring. If it becomes a problem, put the property in the name of your children. Also, for a man, men are now becoming victims as well, because you marry people who are with you for strange reasons, like your money, like your wealth, like to get whatever they want from you. Men also, please put in your name. You need some time to know who exactly you married before you start putting your property in both your names, because a lot of men now have fallen into the hands of callous and manipulative women Whoever buys the property 100% with their money, put it in your name first, or if problems come, put it in the names of your children. I would like to briefly make a phone call, if I can, to share the experience of someone who I've had the pleasure of her acquaintance, who is also a member of our network, but fell into something very similar. Let me see. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma. How are you, ma?
I'm doing fine, sir.
Thank you very much for agreeing. Thank you, ma, for agreeing to share briefly what the situation of your marriage and the property has brought you. So, briefly, can I just leave you to share your story?
All right, sir. Good morning, everybody listening to us this morning. Good morning, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
We got married in 1999, and I started working in 2002. So it happened that in my office we have a thrift contribution that we used to make on monthly basis. So I joined the thrift. I couldn't contribute much because my husband then, who is my ex now, was not having reliable. So we rely on my salary at that time. So I was contributing as little as 3,000. Because this thrift was established because of to prepare all workers for retirement. So in 2006, I was not able to get to be able to contribute enough to buy a land. So I had to take a loan from the same cooperative, and we went to Ikorodu. I and my husband then went to Ikorodu to inspect some land. We went around actually. Then I liked this particular land, and we decided to buy it.
Okay.
He was with me. So at the point of payment, I told them that they should give me their account number so that I will transfer. Transfer was not like this. That time you have to go to the banking hall. But the people, they said they don't want a transfer, they want their cash. So it happened that on the day I gave them that I was coming to pay the cash, we had a meeting in the office. So I have to attend that meeting because I was the secretary. I was telling you that
we have 2 minutes. We have just 2 minutes. Okay. Go ahead, ma'am.
I have to postpone the payment. So but he decided that, oh no, don't worry, I will help you to go and pay. So to cut the long story short, I gave him the money, he went and paid. When the receipt, the landed document receipt came out, I found out that my name was not there. He wrote in his name. I challenged him that and he told me that, oh, it's no problem, that it was a mistake. His friend was the one who wrote it, that, he gave me excuses, and we were there. I told him that we have to go and change it, but I cannot give you money to buy land, and my name is not on the property. We did until 2015, when it became really hot argument because I did not agree with him. He turned the back of the receipt and he wrote as I quote, "This land was purchased by Abigail with her cooperative street, 2006. I have been building on that land. He did not interfere. He even used to call it my land, many things." So it happened in 2003, we came up. That is in 2023. 3 years ago, it came up that the land belonged to him. So we are in court right away. We have been in court since that 2023. And to cut the long story short, the judge, the last time we met on the 28th of May, the judge now said, okay, instead of us to be going back and forth, let us give the land to the children of the marriage. I have 4 children for him, and they are all grown. So the judge now instructed the lawyers to write out the names of the 4 children and give it to them. He fell to the ground and started crying in the courtroom that he will never agree that he cannot give his property to his children while he is alive. So we are still in court. We are going to court even next week now because the judge has now decided that we are going to decide the ownership. We want to know who owns the land. I've given all my evidence
So,
next week.
so your ex-husband, even when being told that okay, give the property to the children, refused.
He refused. He said because he's already married and he's having other family.
So
So he refused that he cannot give it to because the judge insisted that it has to be for the children of that marriage.
he now said no.
He said no, sir.
How callous can that be? And he did not even buy, and he already put.
He did not buy and he did not build, and he knows he did not build because I was the one that he bought that land. So the only evidence I am holding on today, because it's the same receipt that he also brought to the court, but he didn't turn the back, he only photocopied the front. I have the originals with me, so I have the back, that inscription he made behind the document. So that is what I'm holding on with my receipt and the contribution.
Mm,
We have a booklet.
thank you.
I
Thank
have
you.
that. I've submitted it to court for evidence.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
We hope for the best, and may God grant you victory in the upcoming days. Thank you
I
very
am still
much.
praying. I know that God will see my effort and all that I've done and will help me.
How many years has he been in court now?
We have been in court for the past 3 years. I said 2023.
Can
Till
you,
date, we are still on.
can you imagine? It is well. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, man.
Hmm. That's really touching. One of the worst things in life is having, saying the truth, and somebody is telling you you are lying.
So she stopped building that house, and then she went to buy another plot of land. The husband was now saying in court that after all, she has another property. So this one,
Is
he
his
cannot
own.
release. You know, the man fell down in court when the judge said, let's give it to the children. He fell down, started rolling in court that no, that this one, he can't give it to any child. After all, she has another property.
Wait, how big is this land?
It's a plot too.
Where is this land located?
You want to go and buy it?
No, I just want to know.
Ikotu.
Ikotu,
Yes.
not Ekpe, not VI, not Lekki. I'm just saying.
It is. This is to show you how callous some spouses can be. So you have to be very careful. Now I want to address the other part that tells women especially that when you marry, you go and start giving your salary to the husband, submit your property, So in Christianity, it doesn't exist. It is not in the Bible. So I don't know what part of the Bible that I have questioned. In fact, this past week, I had to send to some few pastors I know that this thing you people tell women, especially you have to submit your salary, your proper, everything under the theory of submission. Please, where is it in the Bible that they should give salaries and properties? They said a lot of my friends there who are pastors say, they don't preach that one. No. I said, but I watch on TV. There's this popular woman, don't let me start a controversy, but it's live on TV.
She says this thing.
She said it that she's the one that said if you give $1,000, if you want your children to come and sow a seed of $1,000, if you want your children to be like her own children who were virgins before they got married. And, she goes on. She's the same that said, if you are a woman and your husband is not doing well, then you're a witch.
Ah.
That you have to be praying that as long as you are there, your husband. She puts so much pressure on the women. A lot of us will know who I'm talking about. And she also said this thing about salaries. So you are all there. And ladies and gentlemen, it is not in the Bible. In fact, in this same Bible, there were the daughters of Zelophehad, whose father died without a son. They approached Moses and said they don't have a son while they are sharing land in Israel. The father has only daughters. So you want to wipe out our father's name from the history books? That they, being women, insisted that they must also have their father's inheritance. And God ruled in their favor and told Moses to give them land. So they inherited, they also got land. Where is it that tells you that women cannot, you should submit? So since it is not in the Bible, I want to assume that it must be in the Quran. So I have now gone. How many minutes do we have?
We have barely 20 seconds.
Okay,
so we'll go on a break. When we come back, then we'll get into this conversation. But I'm really interested in this one because I do not even know where that conversation is coming from. As a Christian, I've never come across that passage in the Bible.
It doesn't exist. So where do they start telling women, putting so much pressure on them? Give your salary, give your...
Lagos will be back right after this break. Don't go nowhere.
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Lagos, welcome back. This is still Relationship 360 here on 9.3 Nigeria Info, and we have Barrister Olumide right here in the building. And he just before we went on the break, we were speaking regarding this whole misconception out there, or about women having to submit all of their salaries to their husbands. And I'm just in awe because this is literally, I think I've heard rumors of this, but this is the first time.
Religion and tradition, because I've been to traditional marriages where the woman was told, even when you marry, submit your stuff, let him know your salary, let him know how much you have in your bank account. You have to be absolutely open. But they don't tell the men that. Do you understand? Because probably they have this misconception that the woman is given. There is no freedom. There is no fundamental human rights for the women. Now, I want to, for the men, for the Bible, you check Numbers 27, 1 to 11. That is where the women were given rights to also have land. That land must also be shared to the women who had a father without a son. Now, I want to call on my favorite Imam. His name is Imam Kamadin Bello. He holds an NC in Geography, a Bachelor of Arts and Philosophy, also MSc in Geography and Planning from the Lagos State University. He is the Imam and Director, Maka Soda Islamic Center in Okoron, Ogun State. Imam, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Barrister.
How are you, sir?
Not bad, sir. Thanks for the good work you are doing to liberate majority of we listeners from the shackles of marital bondage.
We thank God, sir.
To you. It's a pleasure being with you, sir.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So, very briefly, it is not in the Christian religion, in any religious script or manuscript, that one should hand over property, that is, a woman should hand over property or salary to the husband. So I wonder whether it is something the Quran has ordered. Maybe women have no rights to their salary, or they must, in submission, also give their property or salaries to their husbands. I don't know if any scripture in the Quran tells the women to do this.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Alhamdulillah, give thanks to the Almighty Allah for giving us the grace to be among the living, and we beseech His mercy upon the noblest of Prophet Muhammad Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his companion and the entire household. Let me make it bold categorically that there's nowhere in the Quran where Allah has said the woman does not have right to own a property. In fact, Islam has given women a variety of rights. All the human or fundamental human rights given to the male are also applicable to the woman in the glorious Quran. For about 1,400 years ago, when the Western countries could not even grant that property to own, that right to own property to women, Islam has given that right. And in Islamic law, women have an autonomous right to own property, a right that does not change even in marriage. A woman is also free to sell that property at any time if she desires. She has the right to quit it. She has the right to let it out. She has the right to sell it, to invest it in any way she so desires without consulting the husband. Because in the principle of inheritance according to the Quran makes us to understand that if the woman is entitled to have her own property, the husband also is entitled to have her own property. In the case of Islam has given that so that if there is any case for divorce or there is inevitability comes like death, the woman can hold on to her property, and if the husband has another property, then the Islamic jurisprudence will know how to give the woman and her children their own part of the inheritance. In Quran chapter 4 verse 32, Allah says, Allah is admonishing us in this particular verse of the Quran that definitely He will be giving us financial prosperity and blessedness. He will be giving it to individual. One will surpass the other. That of the male can surpass that of the female, and vice versa in some cases. Now said, the men are entitled to what they have actually gained, what they have worked for, they are entitled for it. When the result of the women at the same time are entitled to own what they have actually gained in life. What God will have been family, so the of the male and the female, you always pray for prosperity from God. In Allah can be kulishini aliman. God definitely is important and you design God that knows everything. Now, if you look at the kind of belief system and the way and manner most of our men are nurtured, and because of the egoistic desire and chauvinistic tendency of most males, that after all the woman is a lesser being and therefore does not have that right to own her own property, it is backed up by the kind of patriarchal sentiment we have in our society today, that you are a woman, you are supposed to submit everything to your husband. I think, let me share this before I round off. In 2014, I was privileged to get a plot of land in my need. After having purchased that plot of land, the landowner, the manager called me and said, come and take the second one because the money you paid for this one does not suffice me to get what I want to do done. So I have to buy that land. And I thought of, okay, since I bought one plot, let me buy the second land in the name of my wife. In fact, when I bought it, it was her name that was written on that land receipt, and I gave it to her. Up to the she has been building a land. I'm building my own, she's building hers. The children are very close, adjacent to one another, each other. So that is the provision of Islam. It only takes the grace of God and a very liberal and objective mind that can actually forgo that. Most men will feel threatened when they see their wife accumulating wealth, and that is not part of Islam. They are just part of their illegal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. For also buying a property as a gift for your wife in her name.
Yes, sir.
We have about 2 years ago, a gentleman, the wife's 40th birthday, bought her a car. And, all of us were jumping and dancing until the titles of the car came out and the vehicle was registered in the name of the husband. So I was wondering that why are you now giving her as a birthday, wrapped it in a bow when the vehicle license is in his name? Proof of ownership is in his name. Thank you very much, sir. I really, I really appreciate. God bless you, sir. Bye, sir. So apparently, it is not even in the Quran. Ladies and gentlemen, women, work hard, buy your own land, put your name or the names of your children. As you have heard from first caller, even the husband refused that the title be in the name of his own children. That's to tell you how callous some people are. And the funny thing is this: the husband was not working. It was this same wife that fed the house, paid the school fees, paid the rent. She did everything. At the end of the day, she's about to leave and she's about to lose her land. That is number one. Quickly, I want to say something. Something that is arising again, that I just wondered. I said, is it that you people that came to me, or not you that are listening, but they are the same people that listen that also come? I warned parents and also every single person here against marriage by pregnancy. The fact that a person gets pregnant for you does not make you a husband, neither does it make you a wife. The definition of mother is a woman in relation to her child, and the definition of father is a man in relation to his child or children. The definition of a husband is a man in relation to his wife, and the definition of a wife is a woman in relation to the husband. There is nowhere where pregnancy interprets to marriage. Parents especially, stop forcing your children to marry because of pregnancy. 30% of cases of domestic violence and abuse are cases where the spouses married because of pregnancy. They married simply because the woman got pregnant. If you were to ask, without this pregnancy, would you have still married this man? You will be surprised that they would say no. There is this general misconception that once a woman gets pregnant, the man has got to marry regardless of the situation. Where is that from? Pregnancy makes the woman a mother, makes the man a father. Yes, we get so angry. I can't even imagine if my daughter were to come home with a pregnancy, and those words are what a father fears the most. Daddy, I'm pregnant. It can send a man into a stroke. But after all the anger has been you have shouted, you have scolded, the girl has cried because, according to them, it was a mistake. But I don't know the kind of mistake that happens when you have unprotected sex. You know that is a resume for pregnancy. But then you now say you must go and marry the person. Some of these women got pregnant from a sexual episode that was not even consensual. They were more or less raped. But how would they tell you that they were raped when, if you ask them, what were they doing in the man's house? Or why did they go to visit him? So they can't talk, because when you look at it, waiting me myself carry my legs. Now my legs, I waka go enter a hotel or went to his house. There was a case we brought here. The woman gave the man a job to embroider, to make designs for her. She makes pillows and all that. And she had been calling. The guy did not pick. She now went to his house because she was to deliver in 24 hours, and the man had not yet done it. And that was where she got raped. Now you now say that they must marry. Some of us have forced our daughters to marry their own rapist. Why? Because she got pregnant. A lot of us will say, it is a taboo. What will my church people say? So you hasten it so that before the pregnancy shows, they will quickly marry so that they can do church marriage, and pastor will not know. Is it that God will not know? Or is it that when they deliver, we cannot count 9 months and know that she was pregnant before marriage? Listen, you cannot, because of one mistake, sentence them into a lifetime of bitterness, anger, and regret. The parents force them to marry, and this breeds resentment between the couples at times. The rush. Imagine, the parents will put money together to quickly make sure, in fact, they will sponsor the marriage just so that you quickly go. In fact, some traditions, they will suspend payment of the bride price. Just quickly go and marry. This is funny, because if you were just to simply ask them, without this pregnancy, would you have married this man? It would have been no. Then problem starts. When you are lying down next to a person that you are looking at every morning, and you are saying in your heart, if not because of this pregnancy, I would never have married this man. If not because of the pregnancy, I would never have married this woman. It leads to resentment. And after the child is the only thing that they have in common. Everything becomes an argument. Everything becomes, and then they will go, want to go and see pastor. They will pray. And you start, I command love to be in this house. Love is a noun, a person. That means it can only be present or absent. You cannot summon love. You cannot enchant love. You cannot divine love. You cannot command love. Love is either present or absent. So for those that believe in all those love, you come and you pray and you command love in this house. No, it doesn't work that way. It is a big mistake. Let me tell you, on June 18, 2018, Gloria Oyedikachi married one gentleman called Obina from Imo State. The girl had broken up 3 times with this guy because of violence. And this final one, according to her friends, she was going to do the final, and she broke up. Only after a month, she found that she was pregnant.
Wow.
So, according to pressure, she had to go back and get married to the gentleman. 4 months into the wedding, he beat her, hitting her on the stomach. She died. He put her corpse in the car and drove the car down to Lagos to his parents' house. He arrived on Friday. The corpse was in the car. Saturday, he didn't say anything. Sunday morning was when he now told the mother that his wife was in the car. And the mother said, for how many days? How can you? The mother ran downstairs and he ran after the mother. That, she's dead. The mother opened the car and saw the corpse of, you drove round with the corpse for 2 days. It was the mother that raised the alarm.
Something is definitely wrong somewhere.
What was the marriage for? Marriage of pregnancy. You force them to marry. Listen, the lives of our children are not limited by one mistake. Stop sentencing them into this, you say, for religious reasons. Is God, listen, your daughter, would you prefer that she was caught for money rituals, that she was caught killing someone for money rituals, or she was caught in armed robbery, she was caught smuggling cocaine, or she was caught pregnant for a man? Which one will you choose? Isn't pregnancy the least? And the pregnancy is not, it doesn't affect any other person except herself. But you will take it upon yourself. Oh, it is a shame on my family. It is a shame on my church. Which church? Do you know how many people, even you yourself, that are talking? Parents, let us be real. Can the father tell me that no other woman has ever gotten pregnant for him? That they have not gotten rid of one pregnancy or the other, even the woman that is shouting disgrace? Can you tell me that there was one of the cases here that we're shouting? It was like 7-8 years ago. It was the woman literally drove the daughter out of the house. The father was even still calm and saying, you know what, let them just give it time. The mother said, no abomination. What will my church group say? What will my church say? Last year, her husband came to me. They did DNA. The first 2 children did not belong to the husband. The woman that drove her own daughter out has 2 children that do not belong to her own husband. But she sentenced that her daughter. The daughter became almost mad along this Jakonde, because the person she got pregnant for denied the pregnancy. The parents here, the mother said she shouldn't return. She should go back to the man that, at the end of the day, whose sin was greater? Don't let he that is without sin cast the first stone. Pregnancy is not a crime. It is not a crime. Don't sentence it. Yes, after we have scolded her, after we have almost killed her in the house, let us not even talk about marriage. Afterwards, just ask her, listen, without this child, is this the man you want to marry? You will be surprised. She will say no. So why do we do as if this pregnancy is a curse and an abomination? Now we are having cases where all of them got married because the woman got pregnant. Now we have two people in the hospital. One was pushed down from the first floor. This is not up to 2 years. The man said, I don't want, leave me. Chebi, we've done the marriage. We've pleased your kinika that she should leave the house. The woman was still talking. He just pushed her. I said, go. That's how we pushed her down the stairs. She rolled down the staircase. Her knee is fractured. 100, as in, you know what they call this? There is a simple fracture that is, it wasn't fractured into pieces. It was just, and the other leg is a complex fracture. So to find those small bones, she would need. So now, probably she might not be able to walk. The same way she got into the house is not the same way she will leave the house. Why? Because you forced them into marriage because of pregnancy. We need to stop this. Pregnancy is, yes, we get angry, but still help them. Still help them. Help your daughter. You can take care of the child. You know how many people are looking for children? You know what I'm even going to do? Emmanuel, please let us open the phone lines. For those of you, I want to appeal to you that got married because you got pregnant. And now your eyes are seeing things that you know that if only without this pregnancy, you wouldn't have married the man. The abuse you are going through, please just give us a call. You don't need to mention your name.
Of course.
You just tell us so that this man speaking on the phone or being in the radio station is lying to everybody.
And please, you should also, in case you're your husband's house or you're a matrimonial home, please, try and stay in a safe place. Just to
even you are afraid for the person to show you how it is. You can't make the phone call. You are suffering in silence. Please give us a call. If you are there.
Yes, I think it's very important so that people can learn, people can understand
This
how
is
true these situations
solely
are.
for
Because we always talk about these things sometimes, but then we've not heard, some of these situations, we've not seen them firsthand. Except
the stories,
the stories you're telling.
So please give the phone lines again. Let them.
We will go on a very short break in
right.
some few minutes, but Lagos phone lines are open 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993, 0201 465 7190, 0201 465 7190. And remember, if you're not very comfortable with speaking over the phone, you can send us a WhatsApp message anonymously 080 959 75805.
Calm down.
080 959 75805. Lagos, we'll go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll take your calls and all of your messages. Don't go nowhere.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Phone line is already buzzing.
99.3 Nigeria.
Phone line is buzzing. Lagos, welcome back. This is still Relationship 360 here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and we had opened the phone lines. Phone lines are open. WhatsApp is open. We're already getting messages. We can see lots of your calls, and we'll head straight into the conversation. If you're just joining us, we're having conversations right here, and the conversation, the center of the whole conversation right now is about those people who got married because of pregnancy. And we've opened the phone lines and say you can call in, you can remain anonymous, just tell us about your story, tell us how you're feeling right now, how you're faring in your relationship, in your marriage currently because of marriage. We have this message here. I think I'll start with this message and then we'll go straight into the phone line. This is okay, anonymous, and they say, "Good morning to you all in the studio. I married because I was pregnant, and I must say the things I have been doing for the past 2 years, the disgrace my husband has been taking because of me. I must say he's a good man. Not all marriages that are through pregnancy are bad. Good marriages come out of it too." Barrister.
No, when one thing I avoid are people that try to defend because they are in it. I have a son born outside wedlock.
Yes.
A girlfriend of mine got pregnant after, I broke up with her 5 months after she came back that she was pregnant. I don't tell people, good things come out of it. I will tell you not to do it because, I was there. But the only thing is, I refuse. I know what that cost me. Alienation from family. I know what I refuse because it would have been a violent thing. So I won't come and start because you are in it. You say not all good things. You were forced to marry out of because you got pregnant, and you say not all is bad.
Well, maybe they had a cordial relationship before the pregnancy. But
let's go on.
Let's go on. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I would like to.
Anonymous. Okay, go ahead, please.
Anonymous.
Yes, go ahead, please.
My uncle. So what happened is when that happened, when the pregnancy on call, so the pastor, the parents, everybody was like, no, we can't do this, we don't do like this. But I have already seen that this is going to be a red flag. I'm going to be very, because I have discovered that this woman is a very terrible person, but because of the pregnancy, they just had to rush the marriage. Do you know that? So after 2 years later, she broke my head.
Broke your head?
She used the gas cylinder, that small gas cylinder, the 6 kg, there is something they used to put on top, like burner. Just a little argument, she just removed that with my head. We were not even fighting. She just hit on my head. So me, I owed at them because I was thinking I was going to die. So I wanted, okay, let's die together. If not to my neighbors who were picking up to call, if not, I could have strangled at death where we have a baby.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My question, can I ask one question? Without the pregnancy, would you have married her?
Never. Because I already seen the signs. So they manipulated me, everybody, the pastors, the parents, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Are you still in the relationship or you?
Thank you very much.
Wanted to know
now, not every pregnancy is would lead to a bad story of this kind of violence. So but those who were forced to marry because of pregnancy, please, do we have a
hello, good morning. Good morning. Do you want to remain anonymous? All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I just want to thank the barrister for this opportunity. He was actually talking about me. I got married about 15 years ago, and I got married because I got my present wife pregnant. For about 10 years, it was a terrible marriage. Terrible. When I got her pregnant, from Benin, and I came to Lagos, I got her pregnant in Lagos. My parents were in Lagos. So she invited me to her house, and before I knew it, I was in the church where a pastor's wife cajoled me, let me down to get married to her. Because I was scared of my parents, I had to just succumb to it, and I got married to her. My mother was not happy with this, but I just said that was what I wanted. Actually, it was not what I wanted, because I didn't really disappoint her.
Can you turn off your radio, please? Hello,
It's
sir.
terrible.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you turn off your radio? Okay, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, but the first 10 years it was terrible. Every day I keep asking myself, why did I make this mistake? But over the years, I got 2 other children and I have 3 children. For the love of my children, I have to just manage the marriage. Whatever she does, I overlook it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You had to give birth to more children, and you are there because of your children. If you were asked before you were made to marry that without the pregnancy, would you have chosen to marry this woman? What would you say?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. God bless you, sir. I wish you all the best, really.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your story. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What you want to remain anonymous?
Good morning.
All right, go ahead, please.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling.
It happens directly to me that the woman, the lady was forced to me by my sister. The lady came to visit me. I was not likely like the lady, but my sister just said, no, this person, this one will be good, this one will be the best for you, So she just came. When he came, and we were I was just like not comfortable, but she got pregnant. Since she now left, in fact, she even forced me to sleep together because I was like being disgusting. So she now left with the pregnancy. Now the next thing, she now told me that the pregnancy is about 6 months old pregnancy. I say, the time we met, we are not up that calculating it is not up to like 6 months old. So if you are telling me that this pregnancy is 6 months, that means I'm not the owner. No. You have to go and do marriage before this pregnancy was really like this. I said, no, that is not me. So we have to take her to the hospital. When we confirm the time of the pregnancy, that pregnancy has gotten to like due to 7 months. When we met, the time we met, calculating today, it's not up to like 7 months. So I have to reject it. I say that is not mine because it's just about 4 months ago that we met. So I have to reject it because when after rejecting it later, she now confessed that there is somebody else that got her pregnant. Just that
she wanted to put it on you. She wanted to pin the pregnancy on you. Thank you very much. We appreciate.
All this type of pregnancy will never lead to better marriage. It will lead to a bad marriage because some women really do it to force themselves into a marriage for a man to marry.
That one is also there.
All right.
But I need why no woman is it that the female line is bad?
The female line is open though. Ladies can call. The female line is open. At least everybody stick to your line. The male only line 0201 277 0993. Male only. Female only line 0201 465 7190. Both lines are working perfectly, so please stay to your line.
Please let it be people who were forced to marry. You actually got married.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. All right, go ahead.
We agree that you remain anonymous too, ma. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. I was in the secondary school. My SS student that I got pregnant for a guy who I don't really know how much he loved me. And my father was mad at me. You that I want you to become a lawyer in the future. And it was like, who is the owner of this pregnancy? So I was forced to bring the man. And the introduction was forced to be made. And we were forced to be married. But the guy said he's not yet ready. I should just remain at home. My father, who is a retired soldier, beat hell out of me. I have to run with the pregnancy back to him. And he's a guy who is not ready for marriage. He doesn't know how we feed. He's not even concerned about anything about the pregnancy till I gave birth to the child. His brothers were supportive, but he himself was not even ready. So I was trying to do everything to make it work. Even come to the food we eat. Because I'm so gifted in making hair, and that was what saved me. The talent of making hair. So I make hair around, and the shop. I put food on the table, and it will go round and come back and eat the food. So that has been how we are. I clothe myself, I do everything for the child. Everything. So my parents were like, well, if that is how you want to live your life, remain like that. But along the line, I saw that I can't be going that way. It's not going to help me. I can't go that way. I still have a future despite the fact of having a child. So alongside, I raised money on my own and I went back to finish my secondary school. And today, by the grace of God, I am a proprietress, but no longer in that marriage. Wow. So such marriages.
Wow.
They are pregnant.
Wow. You are a proprietress.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, ma. And I know that in your school, should anything like this happen, you would fight for the child, saying that pregnancy does not mean that education must come to an end.
No.
Why do they do that? You now have to take the child away from school?
School. But I did it myself. I raised the money. I sent myself to school. I did my degree, and today I'm okay.
Thank you, ma. Are you married now, or you are by yourself?
I'm married, sir. Legally married.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ma. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much.
Let's write this. Is very encouraging.
I have this message here. It says, "Good morning, Barrister Lumide and Manuel. I got married, although not officially married yet, but got stuck with my kid's father because I was pregnant for him. The first 3 years of being together was horrible. In fact, I suffered domestic violence in his hands. Not until last year, he became calm and repented. In fact, your program was part of the reason why he changed, because he's a fan of Nigerian info. But now I am about to leave him because I don't feel anything for him. I want to leave because I don't love him, and I still nurse the horrible incident of domestic violence in my heart. Truly, I never wished to be with him from the onset, but I am glad I am making a decision that will make me happy and be with someone that I love."
Hey, thank you for that message. It was looking like it was going to become good, then it just went like.
But she's leaving.
Yeah,
we
we should stop sentencing our. You see, they did not. It can't be for love when they are forced to marry because of pregnancy. They are shamed, they are beaten, they are driven out, their education will suffer, they are, why?
It's just the fear of society.
What society?
Oh, they always use this word. You are bringing disgrace to the family.
Now we have a proprietress. Are they going to claim the glory now that, oh, my daughter has a school?
Would they even be able to call her my daughter?
Would they be able to call? It's just a road bump. It's not the end of the. Please, let's pick maybe one or two more calls.
Yes, of course. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. The famous Mrs. Alabi, thank you for calling.
It was not, pregnancy was not involved. But what I'll say is that I was not prepared. I married so early. And I'll say it's a trick of religion. Because whenever I go out, collect a contract, come back, I will give him the whole money. That's this is the total of everything I've collected.
Okay, so like every time you get money from your work, you have to submit your salary to him.
So it's not salary, the contract, the work I'm doing.
Yeah, that's how much you made. So please, I also would like to hear from women who have been told that, okay, when you get your salary, give it to your husband. I know 2 women who their salary account is their husband's account. That is, their salaries are being paid directly to their husband's account, and the husband now gives them what he feels. Please go on, Mrs. Alabi. You have just 1 minute.
Oh, immediately I, give him the money, I'll be feeling bad. That it's not as if you will spend the money anyhow. You just say, it's on my account. Anything you want to take, go and collect it. I will like, I don't like this. Okay, before you pass on, that very last week of that year, I just collected the balance of the job that I supplied, and he said, okay, we need so amount. So I said, no problem, you can transfer it. Do you know that he cleared the whole of my account and put that money in his account? I just woke up in the morning. I said, sir, have you transferred the money? He said, yes. When I look at my account, it was empty. I was highly angry. I was annoyed. I was not pleased with it. But because of the religious issue, your husband, you have to have a joint. You can have joint account. You have to give him the money. You have to.
So you know now that it is a lie. So you know now that it is a lie, that there is nowhere in the Bible that any pastor or anybody that tells you
again, I will not. Because I wasn't happy with it.
Thank you very much. And for those that don't know, Mrs. Alabi is also the widow that reached out to us, that I was telling makes sportswears for schools, and I was telling everybody to please, especially proprietresses and business owners. She's widowed, and she's trying to make ends meet to take care of her children. Please, if you want the sportswear, sweaters, that is what she makes, and I think from what I've seen, she tries. Please help support her. Thank you very much.
We have this message. This is from Olufumi from Isolo in Lagos. And he says, my friend bought a flat in Texas, Dallas in the name of his child. Though he was not married and had no child, he just used a unisex name. 22 years later, his wife denied him access to the same flat. She called the cops on him when he visited. Luckily for him, his daughter, whose name he used to acquire the flat, defended him. She was able to convince the cops that she owned the flat and could only determine who comes in or goes out of the flat. My friend came back to Nigeria 1 week later to share his experience with me. He said that I should learn from his experience. Barrister, what you are saying is not fiction.
Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. You want to remain anonymous?
You don't know who is speaking.
Of course. But you might want to remain anonymous today.
Okay,
we don't know.
Pass on. Let's. All right, go ahead. Yes, sir.
What fits into this? He said it's a crime for a man to deny a woman economic power, especially the woman that has the qualification to do that. And I'm one of the advocates that believes that everybody should be financially independent. Everybody, especially the woman, because it's the most difficult situation or position to be is to be at the mercy of another person who can easily be influenced by any other thing. So for me, anybody say that the woman should not have her own money or the submissiveness, that the woman will go and labor and bring her at-end labor.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ladipo. Thank you very much. But it's, I think, Section 12, subsection 1 of the Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act. I think it is Section, I think so. I can't be sure. But it is there that it is called economic or financial abuse, where you deny a woman work or you take over her means of income. It is a crime, and it carries 2 years imprisonment. It is a crime in the Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act. So, you deny a woman even the ability to pay tax for the state. The state self cannot, because some of us will tell the woman, "Oh yeah, stop work. Go and sit down at home. Don't work." Meanwhile, she was raised, she went to school, 25 years education, for a man to now say, please, let's go back to the phone lines. I want
We have this message here. He says, I'm very happy about this topic you brought to us this morning. When I got married, that early stage, I opened an account and I made my husband as the next of kin. But when my husband opened his own account, he made one of his brothers the next of kin in my very presence. I saw it with my 2 eyes. I immediately decided to abandon that account. He is aware of. Since then, I did every other thing without his name. I moved on to buy a property. Thank God for my brother who helped me. He did not include my husband's name. Thank God for this your program that is making me remember all of these actions. God bless you real good. And I also remember that I gave him my salary one time. Till now, he is not even saying anything about it.
It is well. Those are illegal moves. Please, let's go.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. You want to remain anonymous? All right. Go ahead, please.
I'd like to take my name as Ayo.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
I want to address the Olumide. I totally disagree with his view. I want to believe that he's entitled to his views. And that does not represent the view of every woman or every man. I think he should first of all be able to tell the woman straight away that she no longer owns the land. Because there are 2 documents now. One is a receipt. That page is a document. The back of the receipt is another document. They do not serve the same function. The law knows that they recognize only that receipt page that bears the man's name. The man owns the land. The reverse of that receipt.
Are you the man in question? Are you the man in this situation?
I don't even understand what he's in. Maybe I think he's the man.
You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute. We just want to.
You see, the reverse of that receipt, the man who claimed it was done under duress. That is all about that. The imam that came online did not address it properly.
So hold on, sir. Before you go to the imam, I don't even understand what you are saying. So the woman bought the land with her money, with her thrift money. So are you saying the land belongs to the husband? Sir, is it that the land belongs to the husband? It's just a simple yes or no. So you are the husband. You are the husband, sir. Are you the husband? Yes or no? No, you must be the husband, because I think he also, because if you heard that a woman bought the land and you now say that sorry, who paid for the land? That's what we are talking about. It's not a matter of view. Who paid for the land? Whose money was it? Is it the husband or the wife? Simple. Please, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Lagos will be back.
More talk, more right after this.
That's the husband. There's nothing anybody. You know, that was the first question I asked him. Say, are you the husband? Well, good.
Let's hurry.
Lagos, welcome back. This is still Relationship 360 here on 99.3 Nigerian Info. We're still taking your calls and your messages, and I have a message here.
What about my own message?
Huh?
What about my own message?
Do you have a message?
Yes, I have a message.
What's your message?
So the gentleman that just called now, I now called the lady who spoke to us to ask. I said, "Is that your husband that just called?" She said, "No, it's not." I said, "So who knows about that he was talking about receipt and everything?" She said he has a lot of friends who are encouraging him. Apparently, after he voided the first receipt that he now wrote on the back of that receipt, it's a family receipt that this land was bought by so. She now went to the same family to get another receipt. The first receipt was voided. So now that they are in court, she produced the receipt from the family that was in her name. He now went to bring that first receipt that was voided with his name. So that is where it is. And I think the judge should be able to look through it because the family gave, an updated, they voided the first receipt, and the argument is now on that first receipt where they know that this woman is the one who paid for it. So I don't understand where this gentleman is coming from, saying he couldn't answer a question, yes or no, who paid for it? So women and men, can you see where it is going? Of all what we have said, the only thing this gentleman picked was that woman, so it must be somebody that knows them. He just went straight that the receipt, it was the one in the name. Let's move on. Emmanuel doesn't want me to push it. I wanted to put her on the phone. Emmanuel was like, please, barrister, let's go on.
Let's go on. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing great today. You want to remain anonymous? All right. Let's be anonymous.
Let's move on. We have very few minutes to go. Let's go, sir.
I'm coming from the angle of women inheritance. The barrister quoted Numbers chapter 14 or thereabouts. There's a caveat there that barrister did not address, and I want him to speak to it. The women met Moses to access our father does not have a male child. Can you give us a land to represent his name, because his name will not just end. So what it translates is that if the man had, Jehoshaphat had a male child, his son would have inherited the property as Israel was sharing. So biblically, women are not allowed to inherit property.
Oh, wow. Hello. Just hold on, no, because we don't have, that is your point, right? Biblically, women are not allowed to inherit property. No, wait, that is the point, so that we don't have time. Wait. Hey, Chineke na meba okala. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
So we keep listening to you while barrister is trying to get all.
No. I want to answer him, but he's like.
But go ahead. We can hear you.
Go ahead. No. So, hello, sir.
All right.
Hello, sir. So
let's
it's only. Let me ask a question. So it is only pastors that know the Bible. Is that what you're saying? No. When you say bring a pastor,
he's saying bring somebody from the other divide. Somebody that has a different opinion.
Okay. So first of all, you have just contradicted the Bible. If biblically women are not allowed to have property, then God will not still have given the women property. It is a taboo. So no, hold on. Then hold on. When you get to Proverbs, hold on, please. Proverbs 18:22. They say, "He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." When you go down, it says, "She buys a vineyard." She buys a vineyard. Go there. How many minutes do we have?
We don't have.
She buys a vineyard. So there you have a woman who owns a vineyard in Proverbs. So I don't understand where you will say that biblically they are not allowed to have property, whereas all through Proverbs you will find that women can buy property. Let's move on, please. This is not. I won't even. It's not a religious.
So let me come in here. Can you hear me, sir?
I can't even hear
me.
I can't
Hello,
hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I would leave it at this, because I obviously do not like when we go back to back, on the radio on issues like this, especially when it comes to religion. But I will say this. The essence of this show and the reason why we have barrister say all of these things and give all of these examples is because he has first-hand experience with what's happening in the field. Okay, of all the situations that men are facing in marriages on the field and the day-to-day issues that he deals with. And he comes here to educate people, not because he wants to rebuff anything that is in the Bible or wants to start a biblical war or a religious war, but because to enlighten people about the situations. Because, of course, people out there. But when you see that the negative outweigh the positive, you have to speak and enlighten people so that they can, understand the situation of things and they can take action that will protect them and not put them in harm's way. And that is the essence of the conversation. So it's not a religious war. It's not for us to go back and forth. Thank you for saying that you already allocated inheritance to your daughters. That should be the essence of it, and that should be the message that you should push out. I just want us to get all of these things clear.
Please, sorry, I'm very okay. So let us even leave the biblical angle of it, right? Those are Jews. They are Israelites. We are not Israelites. We are not Jews. Hold on, no. We are Nigerians. And what does the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria say? Does it bar women from acquiring properties? The customary law, I am a Yoruba man. There is no Yoruba custom that prohibits a woman from buying or acquiring land. We have the richest black woman in Africa right here in Nigeria. You're telling me that she cannot own land because she's a Christian? Don't start all this. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Please, the conversation is on people.
Don't even say that biblically. Can you quote? Hold on, sorry, please. This is the last one. Can you quote for me, sir? Please, do you have that number? Where it is written in the Bible? Hold on, please, just hold on. Where it is written in the Bible that women are prohibited from acquiring land in Israel. Can you just quote the verse and the chapter?
We'll move on right now, Lagos. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, go ahead, please.
Program for the past 1 year now. And I want to tell people that what you're saying is the best, is the truth. Because my mother is a living testimony. My mother married my father, but my father married to more than 3 wives. But my mother is the legally wife. Other women give birth to my father. When my mother wants to buy the first land by Salumide, my mother wants to make a mistake to put the land on my father's name. Thank God that the uncle correct him that don't you ever do such a thing. By God's grace, he put the name of the land to her name. And more than that, she has more than that now, at this moment. It could have, my mother does not have somebody that can enlighten her. She could have made the mistakes.
Thank you very much for.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay, Mr. Benga.
Yes, sir. Amen, sir.
Religion. Muslim and Christian said I will go to hell. I didn't want to join. God created man and woman. So you can be blessed by God. Either a woman is blessed or man is blessed. What concerns them that woman should not hold a property? Where did they see God? God told them. God sit them down and told them all this. That was written. It is a religious book. Like if I in Yoruba land. If I read.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Please, I was asking those who married.
You see, that is why
I was asking. But you see, some people they can't bear it. No, they can't just bear it. That you mean that these people should not put their names in the property. Please, women that were forced to marry and men that were forced to marry because of pregnancy, and women who had their properties or their salaries, they were told to submit their salaries in the name of religion or tradition to their husbands. Please, can you have the line? We will no longer take any call.
I have this message here. It says, Barrister, good morning. I impregnated a lady, but she delivered through CS, of which I couldn't contribute to the bills because I was out of job. Now I take care of the child as a responsible father with her, and I want to take custody of my daughter now. And she, the mother, is insisting I pay her bills she spent while delivering the baby. Question: can the court grant me custody without paying the bill?
I have answered this question before. This is not the first time. The bill, that is sentimental. Custody is about the interest of the child. In whose custody will the best interest of the child be? Is the man now able to provide more? Is the environment the man can create better than that which the woman can create? Is the woman living alone or living with people? These are what kind of job? Is it where she stays? Is it detrimental to the growth of a child? All those things are what the court will consider. It is in the best interest. So if you can do that, then you can win. I went to court and I won custody. So you are free to go ahead and try. If you believe you can.
Now, I have this message here as well. It says, I hope you get to read this, barrister. I want to confirm what you said. I got married because of my pregnancy and had a baby boy. I left the marriage with my baby at 6 months because I realized that forever is a long time. I couldn't imagine the rest of my life with the person I married when he started showing domestic violence. It was a difficult decision for me against the wish of my parents and their church, but I choose to put myself first. My son is 14 years old today and I am alive.
We celebrate your life. This is celebration of life. Give your son what is best.
Yes.
Mine is you cannot be forced because of pregnancy. Parents, let us stop it. I'm also a parent. I have 4 children. And even others that I don't, that our organization supports, sends to school and all that. If any of them should get pregnant, I will not drive them away now.
Sure. This person here says, I married because I was pregnant for him, tried to abort in different hospitals. Each 3 doctors rejected me the abortion because his mother does not want the child born. After he had the same issue with another girl, the child from the girl is not doing well today. But the one from me has his master's degree and doing well. He's my only son today. I am still in the marriage, facing different challenges, but no violence. I will live to live. I will
live to live.
Yes, if he tries rubbish, because my 2 children are doing well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. Let's take one more call. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
The Bible, what Peter said in the Bible. This thing you quoted was said by God himself. God told Moses, not even Moses saying, because the laws were made by those men those days, Moses had to go to God. Because these people they call all these elders in the villages, they will now decide and then say this is our culture. But God said, and these people are not, the man that God didn't listen to it. God said it, not Paul, not Peter. Good morning.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much for your message. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. They say I shout. I'm not talking again.
This is okay. Let's take one more call and then we'll get back to this. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
I'm here. They said I should keep quiet. I'm here. I'm hearing you. Thank you very much, sir. Wow.
Sir, I'm young. I'm 26 years. I'm going to be 26 on 27th of July tomorrow. So I've learned a lot from you. Thank you very much. Thank you for education. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for listening. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's hear from you and then we
come back later. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening to the program. Jeez. You see, when you see things out there, how many lives are destroyed because of the kinds of decisions, uninformed, uneducated, unenlightened decisions we make because of religion and because of tradition. The consequences are so vast that you can't expect me to sit down and be all calm about it. 4 years ago, a boy had an accident. 6 years old. He was in a hospital and they needed blood transfusion because he has lost so much blood. The doctors they got, and as they were about to infuse, the father ran into and jacked up the doctor that in his religion they don't allow blood transfusion. And the doctor said this boy will die. And he said if he dies, it is the will of God. The doctor struggled, fought with this father. Do you know that the father had to, the doctor had to go to court to get an order to save this boy's life? You know, because of the exigent circumstances, the child had to now become a ward of the state, which makes the state now responsible for making the decision whether to infuse or not. And immediately, the state said, give blood transfusion. The boy is alive today. How would he, knowing that his father wanted him to die, knowing that his father knew what it took to keep him alive, but because of a branch of Christianity that says no blood transfusion, and the father would rather follow a doctrine than to save his own son's life. This is becoming madness. So I'm sorry, I can't sit comfortably. I think I'm the only one that talks in the studio and stands up and sits down and moves the chair, and I think I'm the only one. Every other person is comported, but I'm sorry. Please stop sentencing our children because of pregnancy. Secondly, men and women, when you buy property, men, some women are just with you because you are comfortable. Be careful who you give your property and name them beneficiaries. Don't be in a hurry. Let character reveal itself. Women, except the man has already bought property and put your name as Mr. and Mr. Tunde and Mrs. Fumi Wellington. Don't put any property you acquire in name of Mr. and Mrs. or in Mrs. Absolutely. The receipt is for the person who actually paid. Let it be that. Where you have different people coming with different, telling you religion, telling you tradition, it is a means to control you. They who did not contribute in any way to what you have been able to acquire will now be telling you how to apportion what you acquired. Let them go and buy their own land. Let them go and struggle. But they will sit down and start sharing your life in a direction that is not even in your best interest. Everything must be in your best interest. Men, it must be in your best interest. Women, it must be in your best interest. This is not a matter of men or you saying you are supporting women. It's both ways. However, women have suffered more. Women keep suffering. And also in the case of pregnancy, if I had money, all these people that they are sending, driving out of the house, making them commit suicide. Was it one time I was coming and a woman wanted to jump into the lagoon because driven away by my mother? Also, the person who got her pregnant denied the pregnancy. She stood in the middle of the lagoon and wanted to jump until somebody, because of pregnancy. We prefer to bury her than for her to give birth. Thank you very much. For those who would want to watch again, please go to my YouTube page, the Gnosis Help Initiative on YouTube, to watch today's session. It will be loaded later today. And previous sessions are already loaded there, so you can go back. It will be a good encyclopedia for you to listen to my discussions on various topics. The Gnosis Help Initiative on YouTube, GNOSIS. You will find all these saved there. Yes, I want to thank well, maybe I shouldn't mention her name, but for nominating me for the Gani Fayomi Awards 2025 for the Outstanding Impact Award. I was informed. Also, I think messages are coming in that people with iPhones cannot access the site, maybe because of the security of iPhones. So you can just use a laptop or an Android. You go to the site, and once you just type Gani Fayomi Awards 2025, you would see there. You could also vote for me if you think I deserve an Outstanding Impact Award for 2025. Please, you could also join them to vote. A lady started voting and gathering her friends to also do the same for me, where I was told, and I really appreciate. I mentioned her name last week, but maybe I don't want to start again calling her out. Thank you very much. Gani Fayomi Awards for 2025. My phone number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. For those that might want to reach out to me and or WhatsApp, please, it is not free. If you want counsel either by phone or you want to meet me personally to book a session, I don't know where people just, yes, I've been doing it free for over 20 years, but now it's paid for. So when you give people my number, tell them also that they will pay for consultation. Please, I need to seriously appeal to everyone here to stop telling people that we give, for those that are looking for accommodation, that we give accommodation. We don't do that. So people go call me that, please, they don't have a place, their husband can come that they would like an accommodation. And I'm like, okay, let me direct you to Alausa. We don't do that. Please stop telling people, it's getting too much, that people will be asking me for. We too are struggling. And I also want to appeal, this is a very good place to support. For those of you that listened, there was a gentleman who reached out to me and saying he wanted to talk to me, and I said, Oga, it's paid for. And he said, I know, I've been listening to you for 5 years. And I asked, have you supported me in any way these 5 years? Not exactly. So you just want to keep eating, and other people are helping. You will not help us, you will not support us, then you bring people and you want us to use our own money to also support us. We are doing it free of charge. It doesn't matter where it is, but please, this is a very fertile ground for you to also support the work that we are doing in every local government. You won't believe the number of cases we have, and this year, thanks be to God, we've been able to ensure 33 people sentenced to prison because of child sexual abuse and domestic violence. That is cases that we have on a regular. It's really terrible. Every day we are, and it's not because at times you have magistrates that release these people back, on bail, something that is an unbailable offense. We're still going to protest on that very soon. We're going to mobilize. Please, especially cases of rape, child sexual abuse, they are unbailable offenses. I wonder at the magistrates that keep releasing them. One just came back to the house. They live in the same compound. Someone that was arrested and is now back in the same compound, now threatening the 9-year-old girl if she speaks, while they are still going back to court.
That's fair at all.
Please, if you would like to support us, just reach out to me on 0909 3214 942 to support the work that we are doing. Thank you very much once again. I think
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
our team now.
Barrister, you like fights? This man like